All right, here we are. Excuse me. Ta-da! We're here. We're live. Evening, folks. So today is Wednesday. God, it took me a minute. I'm getting that old. I forget what day of the week it is these days. Today is Wednesday, October 8th, and of course, today's show was titled "Why LinkedIn Live Sucks." Now, why am I multi-streaming to like Facebook and YouTube talking about LinkedIn? Well, number one, I stream there because it saves my video on YouTube. So if I ever want to go back and mess around with it, I can without maybe having to have it in my Restream studio here, which it does, but you still got to pay for storage. Two, I have people that do watch and tune in on Facebook sporadically, but they tune in. So I might as well share this here. But the majority of the people that I, of course, stream to, and let me put on our little chill lo-fi music. Here we go. Let's get it started up. I do like to have a little lo-fi lo-fi vibe. If it'll play, we'll see. Okay, dual loop our track. All right. So today, talking about LinkedIn Live and why it sucks. And part of creating the title was sort of a hook to get people to hopefully tune in to talk about LinkedIn and going live on LinkedIn. So this is not to totally bash what happens on live streaming on this platform here on LinkedIn. I will say that they have made a few changes, which, I mean, it's like kicking a dragon your feet, but it's working. Like today, I had originally scheduled this live stream for 2 hours earlier, and then I was able to update it to go live at this time. Where if in the past, I would have created a live stream and changed it because it was through Restream or StreamYard, whatever streaming service, you would have to cancel the whole event, recreate the event. It was a nightmare. So that's kind of cool. They do have that feature, which is kind of nice. It helps. But there have been a lot of things that I was very hesitant to want to do this again and start doing this again and trying this again on LinkedIn because I was still used to the old system and how things were created and run on LinkedIn. Because unlike any other platform, LinkedIn does not allow you to natively stream, which just simply means they don't have their own streaming service. So if you go on to YouTube, you go on to Facebook, you go on to, you name it, TikTok, you can just hit a plus button, select go live, and then you're live on the platform. Whether you get garner reach, whether anything else happens from it, beside the point. Here on LinkedIn, you come here, there's no way that you're going live, and there's no way you are doing this, what I'm doing now, without using a third-party software, which sucks. Because there are some really great third-party softwares, but even then, you can use them, but you can't use comments, you can't interact with comments in your audience if you're doing it through certain streaming services. But I will say the one thing that I do appreciate about what LinkedIn has taught me about live streaming is that it has made me it has made me more adapt to learning new things. Because if you're going to stream on LinkedIn, if you're going to create an audio event on LinkedIn, how to do this. You got to learn how. You got to learn how to upload images. You got to learn how to do all this. Like if you do this on TikTok, you just have to have enough. You just have enough followers. You hit the plus button and go live. You're live, and then the algorithm does what it does. Here, it's a little bit more tricky. I will say that the one thing they still haven't, for the love of me, for whatever reason, they haven't updated where you can create like a group to send out all your invites for a live event like this. You can still create a post, you can send it out individually, but it makes it such a tedious task to scroll and find everybody's names and add everybody's names in there. And it'd be easy if you could just create a list of people, especially like if you have a little followers. It's a nice comment. Take it or leave it. Well, sometimes I want to leave it. Just be honest. Sometimes I want to leave it because it's a pain in the ass. Let's call it what it is. Yeah, it's a great networking platform, but it sucks sometimes because you're using a third-party software, or because whatever you're using, or however you're scheduling, or however you're using to go live. The part that sucks is that sometimes you can create a thumbnail, you can create a description, you can create everything that you want, and then it doesn't go live. They don't want that in itself is a joke. It's a great joke, to be honest. Thank you for sharing that. That made me giggle today. That's probably like the second time I've laughed today. First time is when I fell off my bike. I was riding my bike. I've been riding my bike to go to work because I want to get more physically active. Like, use public transportation, use my bike, get around, go to work, instead of having to just be in a car. But the whole reason about they don't want you to abuse the system, you can still abuse the system, regardless. And LinkedIn is where the money is. Yeah, that's if you're looking for like business, B2B business, B2C business. But if you're looking like for direct marketing, consumer marketing, that stuff, I'm sorry, but TikTok is the place to go. Creators go there all the time. They make tons of money. My friend Billy Thorpe, who's actually been in here, goes to Amazon. He's been on Amazon. So if you're doing direct marketing and you're selling products, that's probably the place to go. If you're going to make money, LinkedIn is the last place you want to go. So LinkedIn is where the money is. I love you guys. It's funny. You guys make me laugh. And trust me, I'm not saying that there's not money to be made here. I don't think it's in the way that most people think the money is being generated. Okay. You can get a lot of partnerships. Yeah. You can get a lot of partnerships here with certain clients. I will say this, it opens the door in some instances to reach out to somebody, where somebody who might have a bigger platform on another platform might have a small LinkedIn presence. You're able to reach out to them. That's one way to kind of do it. But it depends where you go. You can find partnerships just about anywhere, to be honest. But I will say this is what I do like about LinkedIn. If you're somebody who's creating a product or service, this is the place to be. if you're creating a course, if you're creating a workshop, if you're looking to find clients directly through networking, this is the place to be. Again, my difficulties with what LinkedIn has kind of showed me, and where I still see that they lack, is the fact that if you're somebody who, say, wants to create something like music or anything like that, or whatever, and somebody uses your music here on LinkedIn, they don't have software to report it. And unless somebody sees it or hears it and says that's somebody else's original work, it's hard to stop. Where some of these other platforms like Facebook, YouTube, now even TikTok, you upload content or music or things that aren't original, it'll flag it. It'll mute it in some countries. Now you can say you have the rights to use it, or you can dispute it, but here on LinkedIn, I mean, it's whatever. You can just put whatever music you want. You can create whatever you want. You can bypass anything here. But again, this isn't just bashing what LinkedIn Live is. I've made a name for myself because I've streamed here. So what I will say that LinkedIn has, and you can create and generate from just about any structure point in your content creation journey or your entrepreneur journey, is that you can build a very tight-knit, close community following here on this platform. I've done it multiple times, and I've done streams on like TikTok, and there were times I was going live every single day, and if the algorithm does not like you, or people do not, those platforms, I will tell you this is a long form content platform. Now I know they have short videos, like stuff there, but I'm pretty sure if you've had your video feed and you've looked on your video feed on LinkedIn, it's a lot of the copy and paste stuff that you find on the other platforms, on Instagram, on TikTok, on other places that they shorts that they bring here. It is what it is. This is more of a long form content and a way to have an actual conversation and discussion, because you can do that on a platform like TikTok. You can do it on a platform like YouTube, but it doesn't garner the same, in my opinion. This is my I statement. In my opinion, it doesn't garner the same response. It doesn't garner the same, I think of YouTube as a place to go where I want to go learn. It is my how-to spot. How to do this, how to do that, how to. So I've seen content creators go over there and they build a big audience because they answer a question over there. Here again, like I said, I find it easier to hold conversations here, to have conversations here, to be able to express things here, that where I've tried it on other platforms, and maybe it's my content just doesn't align, it just doesn't hit with other people on other platforms, and for whatever reason, maybe it's because I have a past here that it resonates. But I'm doing this again, and it's been years since I've actually live streamed on a regular or consistent basis here on this platform. And I promise you, I will find another group, another following, another community to build it around it, because the algorithms, for whatever reason, loves to favor this type of content because you're using one of their features. Like I did like 3 live streams in a row. Just no, last 3 days on TikTok as well. I haven't had half the response. I don't know who half the people are who are commenting. Um, I have like over 3,500 followers over there on TikTok. I don't know who half of them are, to be honest. And a lot of them are people that I've connected with here that are on these other platforms. So there's a level of familiarity with that. But I will say that if you're going to become a content creator here on LinkedIn and you want to use LinkedIn Live, it has a lot of potential in what you can use it for, how you can build it, how you can garner reach. With the advent of AI, it makes it easier. A lot of the tools that are used within your streaming software, like this is Restream. I can be done with my live and then go create shorts and then go put them wherever. Now, whether the content will match or find an audience on some other platforms, I don't know. I will say that if you want to see how important or how much attention like live streaming on LinkedIn offers, go to YouTube and type in how to live stream on LinkedIn, right? Go type it into the search bar over there and see how many videos pop up and how generic they are. How a lot of them were created 2, 3, 4 years ago. That's how much LinkedIn hasn't changed. We're like, oh, come on, Hershey. All right, Hershey's here with me again, guys. You're watching. He's been my live stream buddy these last couple days. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Say hi, buddy. Yeah. I know you want some too. Being sweet with me. Say good puppy dog. Say hello to the camera. Not everybody. Everybody's watching. Yeah, everybody's watching. Everybody's watching you. Because you're a good little doggy. Because you're a good little doggy. As long as you don't bite me. All right, come on, get down. Go. Go do your thing. Don't bite on my bag either. All right. Don't do that. All right. Lost my train of thought because of the dog. Oh. So yesterday I was able to put together sort of a joke live stream or facetious, however you want to use terminology. It was just to talk about the 7 worst things you can do on LinkedIn. And I used AI to help me create all the images, all the prompts. So I will say that with AI and what it has to offer, it can make your LinkedIn journey and your creation a lot easier. I will say that. Buddy, I know. We're trying to do a live show. Well, you want to be a part of it. You want to be a star. We all can't be stars. Some of us have to just put in the work. Some of us just have to put in the work. But yeah, that's, well, for me, the whole thing of wanting to come back and live stream here was I wanted to see how much things have changed and what I could do a little bit more creatively, because I come on here all the time and I hate to sound crass, but when I come on a lot of these live streams, it's pretty much blah, 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 blah. It's like the Charlie Brown adult voice that I'm listening to. I'll turn into a live stream and be like, talking about the inner workings of a female narcissist. Right? Which is probably a great read. It's probably a great book. It probably is a great conversation. I just think some of these conversations need to be very short and very brief and to the point. When we want to, for whatever reason, have on 10 guests, talk for hours, in my mind, that time frame for me is gone. Like, I think it's because I have been hanging out on a lot of these other social media platforms. You don't have that much time. So, like, to me, 30 minutes already seems like an eternity. And as a podcast producer, I try to limit most of my episodes to 30 minutes for when I'm creating for other creators, because I don't think people want to go in there unless it's like a mini series and you have a story and you know it's a limited thing. Like, you're only going to do 8 episodes because you're talking about a true crime mystery and all the facts. Great. Netflix does this too with their documentaries. They'll only do 10 episodes and they'll talk about a story and they'll go in depth and sometimes elaborate a little too much to make it 10 episodes. It's the same thing here that I see with some of these live streams. I think when you do it, you get to the point, you start getting into the meat of the content, and you really address what needs to be said. I think people will enjoy it more. So I'll tell you, in my experiences in doing live streams, the longer that you go, the longer you elongate a conversation, the numbers, they dip. Most people come in hot and heavy at the beginning of your live stream. You got 15, 20 people watching you for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. So if you're not getting straight into the idea of what you're discussing, your content, the reason that you're there, or what kind of solution that you're trying to answer, and you're more talking about certain things, oof, it's killer. An instant one for me that I see, and I've seen it numerous times on this platform, and again, this just sounds crass, but when I hear people have a guest on and they ask them, so tell us about yourself, to the audience. Like, I want to hear about this person, but dude or lady, create a conversation. Create a bio, create an intro, 30 seconds, give the bullet points of why this person's on, what's the reason why you're talking to them, why they should be heard, why you think it's important to them, and then get into the meat of everything. Again, you have a limited time frame. Your first 5 minutes, especially here on a LinkedIn Live, is going to tell me whether or not it's going to be successful. And I used to believe it was because you had a lot of comments. Look, I'm somebody who's trolled so many of these conversations and these comments. If you're looking at the comments as totals, it's great. But I think how much value and how much meaning is out actually coming from your comment section. Like in the trading, that was a good comment that he said. Like, this is something that I would say has meaning and value. They don't want people abusing the system, so they make it hard. Great. Yes, he made it probably as a joke, but it adds insight. Gives you something to talk about. When you just see the, oh, look. Oh, sorry, guys. My stream has been a little slow. It's not LinkedIn. There you go. There you go. Let me pull in all these comments. Tell us what you want to do with LinkedIn, Gabe. Cool. It is Facebook in disguise. That's a great way to describe it, Michael. And yes, I was big during COVID, but here's the thing: COVID's no longer here. So if you ask me what I would want done with LinkedIn, I think to be able to, because here's the thing for me, okay? There are a lot of creators who do marketing on here. There's a lot of entrepreneurs who come on here, and if they wanted to do like live selling on this platform. I think it would be great if they integrated that without having to go through a third-party software. I don't mind it. I like I said, I don't mind using Restream. Here's my issue. Okay, here's my issue with it. So if you're only streaming once or twice a month, and you're paying $21.99 to use the service, think about it. Add that up over the year. What could you have done with that extra $250? You could invest it into Facebook marketing ads. Who knows? There's so many other things. So to be paying for a streaming service here on a platform where if you go to Facebook and you put those $250 in Facebook ads, you can still live stream on that platform for free. You can play for your little verified Meta check mark. Give yourself a little cred. Buy yourself a little cred. Who knows? But I think with LinkedIn, you're still having to do so much without having really, again, if you're on YouTube, great. YouTube gives you great analytics. They create softwares to give you great insights on your YouTube. You use something like TubeBuddy. There's a few others. There's VividIQ. There's other things that you can use to give you information, okay? That you can in turn use and apply to your live streams. The keywording, what's hitting, your thumbnail, like they go insights to kind of help you develop your content a lot. It's made for creators. Same thing with when you go live on TikTok. When you get done with TikTok, instant analytics it gives you. It shows you how many people donated, how many people commented, if you hit your goal, they give it to you right away. Okay. When I get done here and I end my stream and I go back and look at my information, it gives me some analytics. They'll tell me you had X amount of viewers. They had the title of founder. They had it doesn't give me much information. It doesn't give me much to go off of to start digging and going in and reaching out and creating pathways to connect with these people to build. I don't have access to the comments right away through my streaming. I have to go back into my LinkedIn dashboard. Sometimes my LinkedIn dashboard won't let me go directly to the comments to respond. I have to watch the live. It's a pain in the ass. It's, again, I've been through just about every avenue that you can live streaming here on. If it's been done, you name it, I've done it. Okay. I would really invest a lot more into the creators, allowing them to be able to use your live streaming inside of LinkedIn itself. They had the capabilities. They did away with them. They were doing audio events. Audio events were directly done through LinkedIn. You didn't have to go anywhere else to create an audio event. But I get it. It was the overhead on LinkedIn. LinkedIn didn't want to carry it. Do away with it. And be done. We don't want to have to house it. We don't want to develop it. We don't want to spend the time to do it. It's the same thing here with your live stream. So this is what we get. And again, my biggest concern and the biggest gripe for me, if anybody's asking, is that, again, you can create a really stellar presentation, find it out, get all the invites out, get people to sign up, and then you go live and it and you're scrambling to figure out how to now divert all these people who are there to sign up, who went and expecting it live on this event to go somewhere else. It happens all the time. It happens on the regular. If for whatever reason LinkedIn is on the fritz that day, you're lucky. You're lucky if you get away with it. You're lucky if you get your presentation off. You're lucky if you get your live event in. It doesn't happen for everyone. So I don't know. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It's the 30-minute mark. I just plan on doing 30 minutes and try to keep it at that. So, hey, I'm going to try to be back tomorrow. We'll see where this goes from here. So, till then, Gabe, your friend, folks, signing off. Oh, and look who shows up. Last minute. Sorry, buddy. We're actually going to end our live. It's such a long comment. I can't even see my face. I wish you could move these. That's the thing. I can hide them. That would be great if you could hide them all. I mean, if you could move them. I think that's what would be the next thing I would do. Is be able to actually hi, Yolanda. My lovely wife is home, so yeah, I'm gonna go see her. I love you guys. I love her. I'm gonna go talk to her and say hello to her and give her a proper hello. So thank you guys. You've been awesome. It's been fun. We will, I don't know, we'll talk again tomorrow. I'll be back. Okay? I'm not going nowhere. Mr. Donner, yes, everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. All right, guys. Like I said, talk to you tomorrow. Till then, be safe, be blessed, and have a good evening. Bye.